aka sydneymgtow, here with you today. It is a Saturday here in Sydney. It's about 6:45, and I'm gonna have to keep this one short today, guys, because I have I got dinner at 7:30 and I still need to go shower, so I'm gonna get straight to the point today. To those of you who are joining me in the box, welcome. Today's story, I see some thumbs up already. Thank you very much, appreciate it. So today's story is about a news article that I read. It's very disturbing. Hey, mate, feed, kill, repeat. What's going on, man? Sub Truth Bomber. I saw your video yesterday, man. No, this morning. Nice. So the video I'm talking about today. Haha, Misery Man, my man. Appreciate the thumbs up, brother. Let's get this trending so that more people can see what's going on out here. Now, guys, I'm going to switch to the back camera for a second. I really want to show you the title of this article. What's up, Irish MGTOW? Welcome to the stream, man. Welcome. Here we go. New details emerge in very disturbing Edmonton child abuse case. Young sisters found inside furniture boxes had broken bones, sources say. Misery Man, yes. MGTOW Samson S. Welcome, man. So the interesting thing here is these two young sisters were found inside furniture boxes, had broken bones. But there was no father in the house. So it couldn't have been an evil white man beating on his kids, could it? Wouldn't you know it? Two single mothers. Let's get into this article, guys. So it says here, yeah, you know what, mate, feed, kill, repeat, and Truth Bomber, I don't care. My name's sydneymgtow. That is what it is. In fact, guys, obviously I know YouTube is undergoing a massive crackdown at the moment. I have put a bunch of links to my different feeds in the description. So I've got my Instagram, my Twitter, my Minds account. I've got my Patreon, I've got my PayPal. I've got my email address. So I've got all of the places you can follow me, and might be looking to soon do up a Facebook page also, but I just have limited time at the moment, guys, so I do apologize for that. By the way, if I know he's not watching at the moment, but big shout out to MGTOW 101 for recommending Adobe Creative Cloud Premiere Pro CC. Definitely am keen to start editing some videos. Ooh, I'm gonna have to pause this one. No, skip this. Sorry, it's just literally just finished installing on me. Cool. So the last comment said, "Good spirit. I put MGTOW memes on my videos and code named my videos as for men." Anyways, absolutely. Gavril, welcome, man. Welcome. Okay, so this says warning, and I have included the link to this story down below as well. MGTOW Menace, it's like $28 a month or something. So. And again, I won't be using the money that you guys donate to the fighting fund, to my Patreon, to my PayPal, or anything at all. That all comes out of my pocket, because I do this for you men, not for money. The money that I get will go towards good causes that helps men. Hey Jeff M, welcome. So guys, as I said, I've got to go to dinner in about 45 minutes, so I'm going to get straight into it. I'm not going to do like an hour stream today, but I really wanted to read this article to you because it's very profound. It says, here we go. Two young sisters had numerous broken bones when they were discovered by a babysitter inside furniture boxes left in a dark, barricaded basement room at a northeast Edmonton townhouse, CBC sources say. CBC News has spoken to a number of sources to piece together new details that led to charges of attempted murder, unlawful confinement and abandonment against two Edmonton mothers in December. Days after the charges were laid, Edmonton Police Chief Rod Knecht told CBC News he was aware of the details surrounding the case. And it's one to pay attention to, Knecht says. I do have the details and it's very disturbing. A court-ordered publication ban... Here we go. A court-ordered publication ban protects the names of the children so their mothers' names cannot be released. So the mothers that broke the bones of their daughters will never be known to the public. Unfucking believable. CBC News is identifying the mothers by their initials: JL, age 24, and AM, 23. Well, fucking colour me pink. I am surprised as punch not. JL has 2 young daughters, aged 6 and 3. AM has 3 children, aged 2, 3, and 5. They all lived in a two-story townhouse in northeast Edmonton. 100% mate feed kill. The sources gave CBC this account. On December 16, the 2 mothers decided they wanted a night out. So the poor single mums that are probably getting child support and welfare from Tyrone wanted to have a night out with the girls. Oh, isn't that sweet? Their regular babysitter was not available, so they called in someone new. The mothers told the babysitter that 3 children were upstairs and 2 others were downstairs. Now this is cold and calculated. This is fucking cold and calculated. The babysitter was told not to worry about the downstairs children and to focus on the 3 young ones upstairs. Unbelievable. I'm going to check that out later, MGTOW Menace. Sorry. Truth Bomber Menace. After the mothers left, yeah, email me. The babysitter checked on the children who were upstairs. She thought they looked malnourished and became alarmed. So, 2 single mothers, one with 2 kids, one with 3 kids, 23 and 24 years old. They want to go have a girls' night out and leave their kids at home with a babysitter. They're malnourished kids that they haven't been looking after, that they're probably getting money for from some poor simp. And on top of that, Tyrone's giving them cash as well, so they can spend it on whatever the fuck they want instead of looking after their children, which is what the money's for. At that point, she decided it was important to check on the children downstairs. But, and this is where the plot gets sinister, guys, a piece of furniture was blocking the downstairs room. The babysitter pushed it out of the way and entered a dark room. Shocking discovery. Inside the box was 2 closed furniture boxes. A 3-year-old girl was inside one of the boxes. Her 6-year-old sister was inside the other box. You can't make this up, guys. Like, there's the article. I put the link to it in the description below. The 6-year-old was unconscious. The babysitter called 911. Both girls were transported by ambulance to hospital. The older girl spent days in intensive care fighting for her life. The sources told CBC News that 2 children had numerous broken bones. Subsequent testing revealed that the 3-year-old had likely been eating her own hair. Man, can you imagine the kind of psychological torture and physical torture those 2 girls must be going through? And if it was boys, I'd say exactly the same, but in this case it happened to be 2 daughters. That's just so cruel, man. So cruel. Fucking unbelievable. Yeah, it'd been likely been eating her own hair. It was found in her stomach. It says psychologically they would both die. The girls have since been released from hospital and are now in foster care. People close to the case suggest the physical and psychological scars will be long lasting. And I fucking bet that the fathers of these daughters are still paying child support, even though the kids aren't even in the mother's care anymore. I don't know that, I'm just speculating, but I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Edmonton psychologist Les Block is not treating the 2 girls, but has counselled many victims of childhood abuse. CBC shared the details of the case with him. I have to get over the shock of what actually occurred, Block said. The shock of these children being placed in such horrific circumstances has to be put to the side in order to try to make sense of what's going to be happening to them now and to the future. He said the children could face a lifetime of difficulty as they try to trust, adapt and make sense of what happened to them. He speculated on the psychological impacts of being left inside a box in a dark, barricaded room. You would die in that moment, said Block. Psychologically, they would die. Now they have to be brought back to life. They have to be resuscitated and assisted and nurtured and brought back to life, because that part is a death. Now, charges have been laid. The 2 women have been charged with the attempted murder of the older girl and the aggravated assault of her 3-year-old sister. I think it's 2 counts of attempted murder, thank you very much. Can't believe that they didn't get charged with both counts. Both women also face the following charges related to both girls: abandonment, unlawful confinement, criminal negligence by not providing medical attention, and failure to provide the necessities of life. AM is also accused of assaulting 2 of her children with a belt. That is just so cruel. The 3 children who were upstairs in the home have also become wards of the province. According to court records, they were allegedly unlawfully confined by the 2 women between July 1st and December 16th. Leave no stone unturned, they said. Knecht told CBC News he received notice of the case the same night that children were discovered. After hearing the details, he said, "I'm personally involved and personally interested in this and personally watching it." Police Chief Rod Knecht has instructed his investigators to make this case a top priority. And as he should, and I think he's a good man for making that a top priority, because things like this cannot go unpunished and they cannot go uninvestigated. "My instructions were to leave no stone unturned," said Knecht. "So I think we even assigned more resources to it as a consequence of that discussion. So this is top priority by everybody. We want the public to know about the case." But on Thursday afternoon, an EPS spokesperson declined to provide any further details because the matter is still under investigation. AM and JL are scheduled to make their next court appearance on Monday. They remain in custody at the Edmonton Remand Centre. And I'm actually going to top this off, guys, with an addendum to this. Now, this was let me bring this up. So this was a post that I saw. For any of you guys in Australia and possibly some of you overseas, if you have seen the webpage called Bloke's Advice, you'll know what it's all about. And let me just close these things up. Here we go. So this was here we go. Here we go. Michael Hughes. My ex's moved. This is the girl, right? This is the girl that came to them, the daughter, right? Teenage daughter. Now, she actually. My ex is moving house, doing the bond clean now, and there is a Darrow family next door. And one of the young teenage girls asked if she could help so she can buy some books for her family, because her family are too busy. Are to be busy worrying about the. Got to see under the comments here. Give it a sec. Worrying about themselves, fucking grubs. So she helped for some pocket money to get books, then came back over crying because they took the money off her for themselves. How fucked is that? So I got my ex to take her to the shops and buy her school supplies, shoes and socks, and take her to lunch at my expense. Fuck, some people burn my piss. Now, guys, I see a lot of stories like this. And a lot of those stories are in a Facebook page called Dads Who Care. So these are basically dads that have been typically alienated from their children by the single mothers, their ex-partners. And it is just absolutely unbelievable. Every single day I'm seeing this stuff. Every single day. I'm seeing kids being abused, sons, daughters, by single mothers. I'm seeing them being alienated from their fathers. I'm seeing financial abuse of the fathers taking place. I'm seeing situations like this where a girl realizes that this isn't normal and that she's actually being treated like shit. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, right? And I know that this guy is probably not trying to shit on people, but there's no way that this is a mother and father household. There's no way, right? Because, Darrow family, Darrow is sort of like, I don't know, I guess some of you guys from the US might call it Hick family, or it's just basically someone who's, I suppose, of a low socioeconomic background and typically don't have a lot of money, and typically a welfare family, and typically, don't really live to a high social standard. And that's not to say that all people that are in a derelict situation live that way, but it tends to be more often than not that you find this sort of standard. Now, can you imagine that poor girl? She's probably been abused as a kid, right? And if there's any sons in the family, I dare say they've probably been abused as well. And they want to have school books. They want to have pencils and backpacks. They want the basics. They need shoes. She didn't have shoes. So, I mean, this girl she's seen an opportunity to do something for herself, to try and get shit together so she can actually study at school and make something of herself and not continue that cycle of uselessness. And that gets taken away from her. by greedy, narcissistic mothers. And this sort of stuff happens all the time. And I know personally of a girl who, when she was younger, she was sort of like in her early teens, and her mother gave her $50 for her birthday, and then the mother then borrowed that money back off her, said, I'll pay you back, and ended up basically getting completely smashed or wrecked. I don't know whether it was alcohol or drugs or something, but she ended up in hospital on this girl's birthday. She didn't even get a birthday cake, and she didn't get her $50. She didn't get anything. You know, Harmonic Live, look at it. You know, it's my understanding that there were some drugs involved, but this is the thing, when you have kids, like when you've got a daughter, when you've got a son, when you've got kids, you need to look after those kids. Your partying isn't the priority anymore. Your drugs aren't the priority anymore. Misery Man, absolutely right. Raising kids requires resources and serious mothers and fathers, because otherwise you end up with kids being locked in furniture boxes, unconscious, almost like on the brink of death, with broken bones in a downstairs attic, while these single mothers go out and party. And this is what the state is allowing. This is what the state is enabling. It's incentivizing this financially and socially. This is the path we're going down in the Western world, men, and I won't stand for it. And this is exactly why, and I mentioned this on many videos before, I am strategizing to basically go backdoor into Tyrone, go Trojan horse. But you know, guys, that does take money. If you do want to donate to the Fighting Fund, crypto, Patreon, and PayPal links are below. Patreon.com/sydneymgtow, PayPal.me/sydneymgtow. Even if you want to donate $1 a month, that does help hugely. I pay, and I don't use any of that money for my own stuff. But what I do pay for this channel, I've started paying $28.59 a month for Adobe Creative Cloud, so I can make you some good content. I pay for extra data. I pay for newspapers. I take my time and all of these things, and I don't ask for a cent in return. All I ask is that if you guys feel like it, that you donate to the Fighting Fund, so that I can start to make a difference for you guys and for our future generations of kids, because right now things are seriously screwed up and it has to change. Truth Bomber Menace says, my birth mum was 16 and like this I nearly died, and the state took me and protected me before I got adopted. Truth Bomber, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. I'm very grateful to see that you're on the right track, that you're a good man, that you are respectful, a true gentleman, and you know, a fellow MGTOW brother. Harmonic Live, the Aussie bitch beat her baby around the face with a spoon, exactly, and then she was taunting the father with the bruised baby and saying that you'll never get him, I'll get him, because she knows that she'll get it, because that's the gynocentric society we live in. Millennial women are selfish children that don't know how to be a real woman. Unfortunately, a lot of them have been socialized that way, mate, feed, kill, repeat, with the whole feminist rhetoric and, you know, all of this empowerment bullshit. You know, being a woman who succeeds is not female empowerment. That's human empowerment. Men empower themselves every day by working harder. But women have been told that they need affirmative action to be able to become empowered women. No, you don't. I know someone, I know actually a really wonderful woman, and she's extremely successful. She's making 6 figures. She's onto her second property, and she's paying it all off by herself. You know, she does coaching on the side. Like, she's a really genuine person, and she's actually wants to help men who are committing suicide in the construction industry, because that's the industry that she works in. So if you ever see this video, you know who you are, and big respect and big love to you, and thank you for what you do. And this is the thing, we need more women like that. And this particular woman actually agrees that femininity is basically dead. Sorry to hear that, Harmonic Live. I do apologize for my audio and video being out of sync. I don't know why, it's a bit annoying. Transient, you're right, no bad mother is ever accountable for her actions, 100%, totally agree. Misery Man said children are so precious and deserve a chance of life. Look, that's absolutely right, they do. They deserve a chance at life, they deserve both parents, they deserve to not be alienated from the other parent. Yeah, Harmonic, maybe just like close out and refresh and jump back in. Hopefully that'll fix up your audio sync. Mate, feed, kill, repeat says they're not friendly, kind, considerate, soft or caring, depreciating assets. And you know, look, and this is the thing, right? Because we all know about the wall. It's the age at which a woman hits a certain point, and the hormones in her body change, and she starts to deteriorate in the looks department. And look, some women deteriorate quicker than others. Some women deteriorate worse than others. But in all honesty, it's all about, like, if you don't have appearance, you need to have something else. And you also need to look after yourself. Because if you let yourself go to the point where you're obese, right? You're obese. You can't turn around and tell me, oh, well, you know, people should like me for me. Well, okay, we like you for you. But you, the person that I'm meant to like you for, are a lazy, overeating woman with no self-control. Right? And look, there's the thyroid bullshit. Fuck out of here. Barely ever happens. Hey, what's up, underdog? Appreciate you, man. Definitely go back and watch this video. I think you'll like this, underdog. Yeah, look, Misery Man says 2-parent home is critical for children. I've seen the results and it works. Man, it does work. It is critical for kids, and it is very, very important that we do give that to our children. But right now, the way that Tyrone structured everything, that is not something that is like we're not like women are not incentivized to stay with the dad. They're not encouraged to stay with the dad. And men, look, and men are not encouraged to stay with women either, right? And in fact, in the current legal framework that we live in, I don't encourage it, because legally you're vulnerable. You're vulnerable as fuck, man. Like, your shit can get taken down any moment. All you got to say is one word and it's over, you know? And that one word is rape, violence, abuse. One of those three. You say any of those three words, man's life's finished. Game over. See you later. Assets gone. Like, especially if there's kids, assets gone, reputation gone, criminal record. Most of the time your job's going to end up going as well because of all this. Exactly. You know, Android. Exactly. Anyway, men, I have got about 25 minutes to get my ginger ass showered and head down and meet my dinner reservation. So I'm a bounce. MGTOW Samson S says, my female cousin works in the hospital of mental health and she disagrees that 2-parent home is required for raising good kids. Stupid bitch. Well, obviously, MGTOW Samson S, she's just recently come out of university, because that's the kind of bullshit they're teaching to our future politicians, our future journalists, our future policy planners, are all being taught this feminist agenda, which is absolutely disgusting and completely wrong. It's all coming out of a few ugly fat bitches who couldn't get a dude to give them kids, and now they're pissed off about it. Hey, YouTube Red user, what's going on, man? Welcome from California. Are you from the new California part or the old California part? I'm curious to know, because I saw that the other day. I am gonna head out now. So YouTube Red user, man, if this is your first time, bro, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell next to it so you get all the notifications of my videos. I'm doing it every day. From the Bay Area, and don't care for anyone else in the state, man. I feel you. I know what they're all about. It's absolute shit. It's a shithole of libtards and retards. And apologies for anyone of you who have anyone with an intellectual disability or a physical disability in their family or personally have it. That's not my intent when I use the word retard. YouTube Red user, I think you would love it in Australia. It's a little bit cucked, but it's not as cucked as California is right now with all the shit going on. Anyway, man, look, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening to this message. Guys, go check out the story link in the bottom of the video there. Follow me on Instagram, go follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Minds, go follow me on Patreon. If you do want to donate to the Fighting Fund, please, go ahead and donate $1 a month. I don't take that money for myself. And as any of you guys would have seen last night on my video, I provided proof on my screen right then and there. Someone questioned whether I was a scammer or not, and whether I was actually just making money off this and basically being a sponge off you guys. But I proved live on my stream that I wasn't, and I showed all the donations, and I showed that I didn't have any money going out of it. Propecia, I don't know what that is. YouTube Red user, but I am going to go check it out. I appreciate you. Hang on a second. I will just jot that down. Propecia. Beautiful. I am going to go check that out right now. Anyway, man, thank you so much. I appreciate you all. Smash that thumbs up. YouTube Red User, you know what? If you've seen my videos about my dad, he is bald as well. I'm very proud, and I kind of love the whole ginger. I don't know, it just kind of works for me, so it's all good, man. It's all good. I appreciate the tip, though. Thank you very much. Anyway, man, I'm tuning out for now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already subscribed. Share this on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want to share it. Even send it by private message to mates that you think would be interested in this video. Follow me on Instagram. You know the drill. Check it out in the description below. Man, I gotta bounce. I got dinner soon, and I'm gonna be late if I don't get off this stream. All right, thanks, guys. Much love to all of you. Peace. Welcome to all from around the world, and I'll see you tomorrow.